Today, I'm gonna show you how to make garlic noodles at home. I just wanna warn you, you're gonna be so addicted to eating these garlic noodles that, sorry if you're on a diet kind of deal. And this garlic soy sauce mixture is so good that you could just have it as a condiment over warm Korean rice and it'll take you to food heaven. That's how good this is. And these noodles, you don't need to get your takeout noodles anymore. 오늘의 레시피, 맛있는 마늘간장 국수 볶음 만들기. 오늘도 여러분들과 영어를 함께 하겠습니다. I'm in garlic noodle heaven right now. Hi everyone, this is Helen and welcome to Modern Pepper. 안녕하세요, Modern Pepper의 헬렌입니다. So to make our garlic noodles, we need 2 bulbs of garlic, weighing in about 90 grams. And we're gonna cut just the tip off. Same thing with the other one. We need 2 sheets of aluminum foil, and we're gonna place our garlic in the center. Don't throw the tip away, we're gonna use everything. And to this, we're gonna drizzle some olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil would be great. And generous pinch of salt on top. And to this, we're gonna add some black pepper and a little more olive oil. Then take your top, place it on top. This one got kind of broken up, but that's okay. Just place it all on top like that. And then we're gonna loosely fold this up like so. Fold it over once. And then the end, just pinch it up. So there's a lot of air inside our aluminum foil wrap. Make sure to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. And then place it in the middle rack like so and come back in 1 hour. 1 hour later, take this out and I want you to just place it on top of your stove and let it rest for a good 20 to 30 minutes. Do not open the packaging. I know it's tempting, but don't. So let's take a look inside. Oh, this smells so good. Oh, that's the color we want. Golden brown, it's still warm to touch. But you can make this the day before and just slightly reheat up the garlic. You could smell this. Yum. Okay, so we're gonna pick up our garlic and just squeeze from the bottom, right, where the root end is, and just squeeze it. So make sure you get everything out. Squeeze everything out. And then the second one as well, right here. It's still a little warm to touch, so it's coming out really nice. And then these end guys, I add everything, don't waste it. One thing for sure, you know, my fingers are gonna smell so delicious for the next day or two. And then just pull out these garlic skins that fell in. Now you see this piece that looks almost burnt? This is the best part, I think. So the lucky person is gonna get to eat this with their noodles. It's just candied-like delicious garlic. Oh, if you've never had it, you're missing out. So we're just gonna mash everything up using a fork so that it looks like this, all just nicely mashed up. And using our scissors, we're just gonna break up sort of the hardened candy-like pieces into smaller pieces. So we gotta share the love, right? So your paste should look like this. To this, we're gonna add 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of brown sugar, and 1 scallion finely minced. Now this is optional. I'm gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of finely ground Korean red pepper flakes, gochugaru. Now if you don't want to add this, you don't have to, but you could also use the coarse ground gochugaru as well. And some black pepper, about 1/8 of a teaspoon, and we're just gonna mix this all up. Oh, this smells so good already. Garlic infused soy sauce, heaven sauce. So let's taste and see if we like it the way we like it. You know what I'm thinking right now? A spoonful of this on Korean rice with some kim crumbles and just a drizzle of sesame oil and go in and mix it all up. Ooh la la. rice heaven. And all you need is a piece of kimchi on top to make this a perfect, simple meal that will take you to food heaven. And this garlic soy sauce mixture condiment is so good. You could literally put it on anything and everything, especially warm Korean rice. Okay, sorry, concentrate. Okay, right now when you just have it as is, it's very salty because it's sort of like our condiment sauce that we made. Sweetness, you shouldn't even taste it. This should not taste sweet. And the spiciness is so subtle that it's perfect for me. But if you want to add more, go ahead and add more. And if you really, really want to make it extra spicy, I would put fresh jalapenos or serrano chili peppers, slice them up and add it in here and take out the seeds. Ooh, that will take it like spicy garlic, soy sauce goodness sauce for you. That was long, but anyway, you get what I'm saying. All right, let's make the noodles now. Today, we'll be using these fresh Korean noodles. They're for making jjajangmyeon, udon, or kalguksu with. And you can find this at any Korean supermarket. Even the small mom and pop shops will have them. If not, you could use these dried Korean noodles. These are again for making jjajangmyeon, udon, or kalguksu with, and you could order this online if you cannot get to a Korean market, and the product link is in the description box below. So for our recipe today, we'll be using about 415 grams of these fresh noodles. Now make sure to detangle and loosen up our fresh noodles like so before we put it in our pot of boiling water. In a large pot, fill with water about halfway and bring it to boil. And to this, we're gonna add our fresh noodles. Your heat remains at high, and we're gonna let this cook. Make sure you're constantly watching over it and stirring your noodles. Okay, so here's some tips that I wanna share with you when it comes to cooking your noodles. First of all, it is so important that you use a large pot. I've seen so many people try to cook their noodles, whether it's fresh or dry noodles, in this like small pot, and they cram it in there, or the noodles, the dried noodles are sticking out halfway and the other half is in the water. Don't do that unless you don't want to make delicious noodles, right? Because when the noodles need to be cooked, they should be plunged in a big pot of water where it could start cooking right away. But when you crowd your noodles in a small pot or just start cooking the first half and then cook the second half, it lowers the water temperature of the pot. And instead of the noodles cooking, it starts kind of like getting bloated. So don't do that. Tip number 2, stand over it and kind of stir it, watch it. And if the water starts boiling over too much, just lower the heat a little bit and then wait for it to subside, and then raise the stove heat back to high again. Don't add cold water. I don't do that. And I know at big restaurants they do that because they use such big pots and the boiling water evaporates a lot, so they need to constantly fill it. So for them, when they're cooking mass amount of noodles, yes, it makes sense to do that. But when you're at home, don't do that. All right, so it's been about 3 minutes on high heat, and look at our noodles. All right, so let's take one out and have a taste test. So here, I have a little bit of cold water. 쫄깃쫄깃해요. So I just said it tastes very al dente, and you definitely do not want to overcook your noodles. You could also use dry spaghetti noodles or linguine noodles. So just cook it al dente the way you're supposed to. And then you want to quickly bring your pot over and put it through a strainer, turn the cold water on, and we just want to bring down the temperature of the noodles. We don't need to get it ice cold, just for about good 10 seconds. And then you want to kind of toss it like this, about good 20 times to remove all of the excess water. All right, now we're gonna get our frying pan ready. Set your stove heat to high, and then place your nonstick frying pan and make sure to preheat it for a minute or 2 on high heat. To this, we're gonna add a generous amount of oil, about 2 tablespoons. Your heat remains at high, and we're gonna add our noodles. And we're gonna cook this on high heat for about good 2 minutes. We just wanna kind of crispen up the noodles. So let's check. So once you start seeing little light brown marks like that, this is ready. So we're just gonna kind of pick it up, mix it. Then we're gonna push everything to the side. And then we're gonna tilt our pan like that. And quickly, we're gonna add half a cup of hot water. And then we're gonna add the rest of our sauce, all of it. Don't waste any of it. It all has to go in here. All right, this leftover hot mess, I'll probably put some rice in here and eat it later. So this is optional. I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of 소고기 다시다. You don't have to add this if you don't want to. And I have a tablespoon of butter. Again, this is optional too. As soon as the butter melts, in about 30 seconds on high heat, this is ready to be mixed with our noodles. Oh, look at this sauce, it looks so good. And then we're just gonna mix the noodles together quickly. Make sure to mop up all the sauce around the frying pan. Mix it well. So this is all done. And then we're gonna turn off our heat. And to this, we're gonna add more oil. Generous amount, about good 2 tablespoons of your favorite oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. And mix it again. And our garlic noodles are ready. Let's have a quick taste. It's so good. You want to eat these garlic noodles and go to your significant other, your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and you want to be like, how you doing, honey? How you doing? Then you know how much they love you. Oh, but this garlic breath is totally worth it, everyone. Totally worth it. Okay, now the other important part is transfer this to a serving plate right away. And then we're gonna garnish with more scallions on top. And I'm gonna dust it a little bit more with our fine ground gochugaru. And I'm gonna add a sprinkling of getsogeum. That's crushed sesame salt on top. And what I would do is add a piece of kimchi on top together. That's how I would eat it. Bon appetito! Wonderful. The butter that we added at the end just like took it up to another level of deliciousness. And it has a little bit of that kick from the gochugaru that we added. I'm in garlic noodle heaven right now. Ha 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 ha. I want to thank everyone for watching today, and if you enjoyed today's video, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click on that thumbs up icon and subscribe if you did not subscribe yet. 여러분 오늘 재밌게 보셨으면 꼭 좋아하는 버튼 눌러주세요. 구독 버튼도 눌러주시고요. 다음 비디오에서 뵙겠습니다. Alright folks, I will see you in one of the videos you see right here.